Wait, just this way. Okay. Okay, ready?
It's been going.
Brittany, I don't think we're in the museum anymore. Sydney! Where have you guys been? We're looking for you. Where are we? Why are there so many people here? This is the
I know, right? Oh, like, there's that guy we're learning about in social studies.
Hey, Mayor Hartsfield, can I have your autograph? Sure. So, what impact did you have on the aviation in the city of Atlanta?
Well, I was known for the leadership in making Atlanta an aviation hub of the Southeast.
Oh, what about race relations?
Well, I led a lot of the city in the area of civil rights.
And okay, that's
And I hired 8 African Americans, which hadn't happened in the South.
that was brave. So what's the impact that you had on the integration of schools?
Well, I asked the state if they wanted to have, whether or not they wanted to have integrated schools or not, but the state kind of refused. But then they cared more about the schools being open or not.
Well, thank you, because that gave me and Brittany the ability to go to school together. Okay.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
You're very pretty, just saying.
Hey, Brittany, wasn't that cafe really good?
Yeah, it was. Hey, isn't that guy we're learning about in social studies?
Yeah, hey, aren't you Mayor Allen?
Oh yeah, I am indeed. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I just wanted to know, what action did you take on the first day in office, and what impact did it have?
Well, my first day in office was really special. I really hate discrimination, so I decided to remove all of the colored signs and the ones that separated the races on the utilities that we used. Yeah.
And how did that impact them?
Well, it gave the it was important because it impacted the lives of African Americans.
And what other city departments were impacted by your racial views?
Well, I decided to remove the restrictions of the African American policemen, and I integrated the fire department and the city government.
Wow, you're awesome.
Yeah.
You're
Thanks.
Like an idol.
No
Bye.
problem.
Bye.
Hear about the unusual election because me and Patricia don't really understand it.
I mean, yeah, it's right here. In the 1946 elections, Georgia's governor had been elected. Keep going, Brittany. Because he had won an uncontested race for governor. A month later, he died, and there was an argument on who would become the new governor. Suddenly, Georgia had 3 governors, the right in which was Herman Talmadge, the lieutenant governor M.E. Thompson, and Governor Arnold.
Whoa,
Look.
so we had like 3 governors?
Yeah.
It also says that Talmadge then changed the key locks and each set up their own offices. The Secretary of State, Ben Fordson, refused to let any of the 3 use the office, state seal, and government documents. After 2 months of deliberation, Georgia's Supreme Court decided that the Lieutenant Governor M.E. Thompson would become governor. Well, it's weird.
That is
Whoa.
weird.
Georgia history is amazing, right guys? Okay.
Okay, so Georgia looks really weird, Patricia.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it looks so much different than what we live in now.
Ghetto. I'm just kidding. Hey, is that Herman Talmadge over there?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it is.
Hello? Are you Herman Talmadge?
Yes, I am.
That's awesome. Hey, what were the accomplishments of the Herman Talmadge administration?
Well, once I became mayor, I restricted the state highway department created by the Georgia Forestry Commission and provided leadership of improvement in soil conservation programs, county health departments, and the state's prison system.
I did not know he had a speech impediment. Okay.
This guy's amazing.
Yeah,
Okay, that's why I'm mayor.
Right. Nobody cares about the mayor, it's all about the president. Yeah,
Thank you.
There's only one question here. There's, can you tell me a little bit about the minimum foundation program for education? Oh, so you expanded grades from 1 to 12. Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
And in 1949, the General Assembly passed the Minimum Foundation Program of Education Act, lengthened the school year to 9 months, and raised standards for building equipment, transportation, and school curriculum. a 3% sales tax was passed in 1951 to pass all these changes.
Thank you for preventing me from being an idiot.
Yeah, it was
welcome.
nice meeting you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, aren't you Benjamin Bays?
Yes, I am.
Can I ask you a question?
Why not?
What was your connection to Morehouse College and to Martin Luther King Jr.?
Well, I was the president of Atlanta's Morehouse College from 1940 to 1967 and was credited for the school's rise to prominence.
Your doorbell's ringing.
Because of the sirens going on here. I was also the spiritual mentor of Martin Luther King Jr.
Really?
Yeah. And not just his mentor, but his friend.
Homeboy.
Young lady, that is not a way to speak to someone.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to myself.
Anyways, I also suggested him to study the nonviolent teachings of Gandhi.
That's
Who's
lame.
Gandhi?
That old guy that got
Young
killed.
lady.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, was he the one in Africa?
He was in India.
Actually.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
never mind. Bye.
Hey guys, isn't
Bye.
that Benjamin Mays over there? Let's go talk to him.
What were the 3 events that you associated with in the segregation process?
Well, I filed a lawsuit in 1942 that ended the practice of separated dining cars on trains. During 1954, I told the American Baptist Convention that the Christian Church was America's most segregated institution. And lastly, in 1960, I encouraged students to hold sit-ins in public establishments across Atlanta.
You are a very
Yes.
very brave person. Thank you.
It was nice meeting you. Oh, I know. Thank you.
Yeah, what's wrong, little girl?
I tried to go to a school and they wouldn't let me in.
But why?
Because I'm black.
It's okay, little black child. What's your name?
Linda Brown.
Oh, well, have your parents tried to stop this to, like, help you go to school?
Well, my dad sued the Topeka Board of Education.
And what happened?
Well, the case was referred to as Brown versus Board of Education, and it reached the Supreme Court. And then the court said that separate but equal schools were unconstitutional.
Do you guys have any questions for me?
Miss La-di-da-di-da, I have a question.
Okay, what is the question?
Can you help explain the Assembly Commission to me? Because I don't understand.
Why don't you understand the Assembly Commission? Anyways, it was formed following the Brown versus BOT case because in Georgia, most of the schools refused desegregation.
What's BOT?